night it was for every Manchester United fan across the globe. Now, most of us woke up and we've been waking up since happy. And I know most of you go to your various workplaces with your chest puffed out because you are on top of the league. Now, after we bottled our fourth straight semi-final under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we've gone on to beat Watford in the FA Cup and also won against Burnley, as I said, to send us top of the league. Now, what a difference a year can make. 12 January 2020, Manchester United were in 5th place and we were 33 points behind league leaders Liverpool. Now, fast forward 12 January 2021 and Manchester United are 3 points ahead of Liverpool and we are in 1st place. Now, last season, game week 18 for instance, we lost 2-0 to Watford at Vicarage Road. Now, there's been so much progress since then and we are happy with the upward curve Manchester United is currently on. Now, the funny thing is that Manchester United haven't beaten any of the top 6 side yet this season. We drew against Chelsea, City and Leicester and lost against Tottenham Hotspurs and Arsenal. But interestingly, circumstances in other results means that we are on top of the league, as I said, for the first time in 8 years without beating a top 6 side yet. Now, we play Liverpool this Sunday at 16:30 GMT and we hope we get a result from Anfield and that will strengthen our hold on top of the Premier League. So we are in 2021 and it's a new decade. Y'all need to join the bandwagon, believe and be optimistic. Now, as Manchester United fans, all we have to do is create this positive energy and bring the universe into helping us win our 21st title. Now, I know some of you are just being pessimistic in order not to get hurt in case things don't go our way and we end up not winning the Premier League. But as I said earlier, we need to be positive in order to push the team to our first Premier League title since 2013. So welcome to Manchester Reunited, your Manchester United fan page, where we get to talk about news, transfers, in-depth analysis, and basically everything Manchester United. Now, the show is always brought to you by Intimate Essentials, J Walker Designs, and Tilling Facebeat. My name remains Nanapoku Hitchfield. You can simply call me Venom. Now, before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe for free. And if you're watching on Instagram, please follow us at manchester.reunited and get more stars. Facebook as well, like our page Manchester Reunited, and follow us there as well for more stuffs and news about Manchester United. Now, the transfer window has been open since 2nd January and it begs to be asked this question. What do Manchester United need in order to keep this momentum going and finally push for our first Premier League title since 2013? Now, we've seen that the camaraderie and team spirit looks good at the moment within the squad, and you can see that mental robustness Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was asking for in the previous seasons. Now, winning a lot of games from behind is a testament to that mental robustness Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has always asked for. But it's been clear for some time now that Manchester United needs strengthening in certain key areas. Now, I've been saying this for years, that a team like Manchester United needs quality in depth. Competition for places brings out the best out of every member of the squad. Now, if you know when you don't play well, somebody else will take your spot. Paul Pogba is not even considered for the number 10 position anymore because there is a certain Bruno Fernandes who is going to play in that role when he is fit. And that is simple as that. When we play a 4-3-3 system, Fred and Scott McTominay do extremely well in the holding roles with their energy and work ethic. Now, Paul Pogba was very good and superb against Burnley and produced a man of the match performance, and he got plenty of praises afterwards. Now, when the likes of Paul Pogba need a change of system, which is 4-4-2, in order for them to start the game, it shows how improved and competitive the team and the midfield has become since last season. Now, even Donny van de Beek has also been restricted to just substitute appearances in the Premier League, much to the frustration of some Manchester United fans. Now, so the competition provided in midfield has helped this team, and we are able to rotate without dropping the quality of play in the midfield area. But the same cannot be said of our attack and our defense. So that is what we'll be discussing today on the show. And let's first start with the defense. Now, there's been so many injuries in this department. Harry Maguire has ever been present in defense since last season, and he has played more minutes than any other professional footballer in the world, and Europe to be precise. The whole world, he's played more minutes than any other footballer. Now also, Victor Lindelof has done well this season. At a point in time, he was playing through the pain barrier with a back problem, but he kept on playing because there were no options off the bench. Now Axel Tuanzembe has also had his fair share of injuries this season after starting against PSG earlier on in the season. Now, Eric Bailly has been phenomenal since his return from injury, producing man of the match performances against Everton and Aston Villa in recent memory. But the big question is, how long can Eric Bailly stay fit? Because what we've realized is that Eric Bailly complements Harry Maguire so much with his aggression, pace and tenacity. But injuries are part of the game, and we really look thin in defense at the moment. Now with Timothy Fosu-Mensah joining Bayern yesterday, it means that we are thin, and Phil Jones and Marcus Rojo have literally been non-existent this season, and they might even leave this transfer window. Now we all know that top deals are very difficult to be completed in the January transfer window, but if Rojo or any other defender leaves, it means that we need to get another defender, and we getting a defender means we should get one that will push this current defense into an overdrive. Now we've seen what competition for places can do. Look at Luke Shaw this season. Let's have a look at the stats of Luke Shaw this season and how we can compare him to other left backs in the Premier League. Now this season, Luke Shaw has created 18 chances and he is second in the Premier League. He has also made a pass completion of 82.1 and he is fifth in that regard. Now when you look at the take-ons completed, he has completed 14 take-ons and he is fifth in the Premier League. Now the most astonishing aspect is that his cross accuracy has improved significantly with 34.2 and he is first in the Premier League. Now the take-on success has also improved since last season with 73.7 and he, as I said, he is first in the Premier League. Now there's been stories United wants to buy another right back, and in Max Aarons or an experienced one like Kieran Trippier to able to push Aaron Wan-Bissaka to greater heights. We've also been linked with Upamecano for centre back from RB Leipzig. Now we've heard top-notch defenders like Sergio Ramos and David Alaba are having contract standoffs with their respective clubs, and we can take advantage of that and bring in their enormous experience to the club. But as I reiterated earlier, it is very, very, very difficult to get such deals done in this window. Now there are so many other good defenders in the Premier League and we don't need to look far. Somebody like James Tarkowski of Burnley, when you look at Michael Keane, our former player for instance, when Jones or Rojo leaves, we can try and bring these people in. Now we are on top of the Premier League and everybody wants to win the league. So if they see that we are in a better position, we might have an advantage and they might come. Now we've done very well with our recruitment under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I'm very optimistic they've got something up their sleeves in case we need somebody. Now the next position that needs strengthening is in attack. Edinson Cavani has brought life into a seamlessly blunt attack. I've been saying this for some time and somebody might think I'm hating on Anthony Martial, but I think the potential Anthony Martial showed when he first came to Manchester United has dimmed massively. Now he plays like a 34-year-old who is nearing retirement, and I don't know what is wrong with Anthony Martial. He plays as if there's nothing at stake with no urgency at all. But I think that Martial, the player I love so much, is still in there, and all he needs is somebody who will provide a competition for him. Now the likes of Daniel James, Juan Mata and Jesse Lingard are not pushing him enough and are not creating competition for both him and Marcus Rashford in the wide areas. Now, as we've noticed lately, the competition for places works wonders, and we've seen that in the midfield. What Bruno Fernandes has done for Manchester United in the space of 12 months has been mind-boggling. Now Bruno Fernandes has brought in goals, assists, and creates loads of chances. Also, what we've been impressed by as Manchester United fans is his leadership skills and that never say die attitude he has brought, and that has rubbed off the rest of the players in the squad. Now Manchester United, I think, can replicate this trick in January this year too by bringing in somebody of similar qualities that might even do better. Now, if you've been following this channel for some time, you will know the player I'm about to talk about, and it is mind-boggling why we are still not in for him. Now, I know Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is also a big fan of his, and he's been setting the Premier League alight with his start this season and even from last season. He is no other than Aston Villa's captain, Jack Grealish. Now, let's look at the stats of Jack Grealish this season and compare him to other players. Now, he has created the most chances in the Premier League. When it comes to assists, he is third, tied with Bruno Fernandes on 7 assists. He has won the most fouls in the Premier League. He has won the most duels in the Premier League. When it comes to passes in the final third, he is also first in that regard. And touches in the opposition box, he is also first. Now, when you think about the fact that Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne are in the same league as Jack Grealish, it is marvelous and he is doing extremely well. That is the main reason why I wish we get him so that he helps us. So just imagine if we've got Bruno and Jack Grealish in the same team. Just imagine. Look at the number of chances that will be created. The number of fouls that Jack Grealish is going to get. Hence, we getting opportunities to score from set pieces. Now, when Jack Grealish has the ball, he keeps you on the edge. You know something magical is about to happen. Now, we certainly needed something like that during our match against City. And we know that since Alex Ferguson retired, this is the closest we've come to being on top of the league. And I think we shouldn't let this opportunity pass by this season. Because Man City might get to their best next season, might even strengthen with Messi, who knows. So this is an opportunity we shouldn't waste, and I think we should get reinforcement in as soon as possible before tragedy strikes in injuries to maybe Bruno Fernandes, because he can really help us to win loads of matches that might eventually propel us to our 21st title. Now, I know a portion of Manchester United fans would love to see Jadon Sancho at Old Trafford. Now, just think of it, and come to think of it critically. Kai Havertz and Timo Werner were setting the Bundesliga alight with goals and assists last season. Now, you see how they've been struggling in the Premier League this season. We all know the Premier League is a different animal to any other league in the world, and in Europe to be precise. Now, Jack Grealish is already here in the Premier League, topping almost every attacking stats. So, if I'm supposed to buy a player for 90 million quid, then that needs to be Jack Grealish over Jadon Sancho. Now, we are still in the Europa League and we play Real Sociedad in the round of 32. So, we can use Jack Grealish together with Bruno sparingly in order to keep both players fresh so that we can challenge for the Premier League as well as the Europa League. Now, at the back of our minds, we also know that Paul Pogba might or will likely leave this summer, with Mino Raiola reiterating that over and over again. This is going to give chances to players like Donny van de Beek to flourish in the number 8 position, whilst Jack Grealish also helps Bruno Fernandes in the playmaking department. It's just mouth-watering when you think about the number of chances Rashford, Cavani and Greenwood will get with Bruno Fernandes and Jack Grealish playing behind them. What do you think Manchester United need in order for us to keep this momentum going and eventually win our first Premier League title since 2013? Let me know in the comments below, and we hope that we go to Anfield full with confidence and come out with a point or probably 3 points. Now, if we manage to avoid defeat at Anfield, Manchester United will set a record for not losing on the road in a year. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and as I said, if you're watching on YouTube, follow us at Manchester.United and get more updates from our darling club Manchester United. Now, Reunited Live will be back this and every Sunday. We are still working on things on Instagram live every 7 p.m. GMT on Sunday. As always, the show is brought to you by Intimate Essentials, J Walker Designs, and Telling Face Beat. See you another time for more stats and news about our darling club, Manchester United. Glory, glory, Man United.